first half, and it's going to be a 3rd and 4 to go for Bridgeport. And Barnsville, of course, needs to stop them right here, force them into a punting situation. And if they can do that, they'll get some real decent field position, I think, George, and have another opportunity to maybe punch one in here before the half.
What else have we got? Edison! How about those Wildcats at Big Red? I think that is going to be terrific. And, of course, you are the principal at Edison. And you're proud of the job that Greggy and the boys are doing. And they're a good ball club.
Well, I tell you, we're playing very, very well right now. Greg has the kids really playing well. Defensively, they're doing a great job. They shut out a real good Weir High football team in their last ball game and scored 39 points. That's the first time that we've beaten Weir High since we started playing them. And it was a big, big win and a big confidence booster, I think, for our kids going into the Big Red game.
The winner of that Big Red Edison game is going to come flying into the playoff picture. Brook at St. C. You'll get to see that one on Saturday. Back to the action right here where it's 3rd and 4 for Bridgeport. The pitch back. Widmore for the first down. I would like to know how many times, and I should have asked Rick Goodrich this question. Derek Doty's the punter, and he's got to be like the Maytag repairman because they are not punting very often. They haven't even been close to being forced into that situation until that situation you just saw. And one of the many pretty young ladies at Bridgeport High School rooting on the Bulldogs.
Barnsville's main purpose right now is to keep Bridgeport from scoring before the clock runs out, down to about 55 seconds with the clock still running. And I think Coach Kovalik will be happy just to let it run out without Bridgeport scoring again.
Complete highlights from the
Sports Sunday with the Nacho Man. In-depth highlights from NFL and college games Sunday at 11:30. And Sloan will be working his buns off all day Sunday to put that together for you, so any sports fan will want to take in that action. And there is the Nacho Man. 2nd down and 7. In what has been a very business-as-usual first half for the unbeaten Bridgeport Bulldogs. Doesn't look like they've done a whole lot, but they're on par here for about a 40-plus point effort again. Oh, it's got to be just absolute torture for the opposition to go through this meat grinder. That's the end of the first half of play as the teams exit and the band's prepared to enter. And as they type it up, how about them Dogs? They lead Barnsville 21-6 at the half, and we'll be right back.
Whether it's piano, organ, guitar, drum, or clarinet, CA House Music has the sounds you want to hear. CA House has all the brands you trust: Steinway, Kimball, Lowry, Yamaha, Peavey, Fender, Selmer, Ibanez, and Gibson. CA House means quality and guaranteed lowest prices. So whether it's piano, organ, guitar, drum, or clarinet, come hear your music at CA House.
Want to know more about the weather? News 9's meteorologist Kevin Carter gives you the scoop every Sunday in the Herald Star.
Considering a career in personal services, mechanics, or agriculture? Consider the Belmont and Harrison Career Centers. Learn cosmetology, business, technical, dental assisting, or carpentry. These opportunities await high school students at BHCC. The Belmont and Harrison Career Center salute the players, cheerleaders, band members, and coaches who all helped to make tonight's game great. Call BHCC today at 695-9130 or 942-2148.
For skilled nursing and rehabilitation therapy in your own home, call the Barnsville Hospital Home Health Agency, quality home care since 1969. Star Oil Company, your Marathon oil distributor, supplying gas, diesel, bulk, and home heating oils. Whether you're a home, business, or farm owner, see Star Oil for all your oil needs.
WTOV9 recognizes outstanding students at Bridgeport High School. This week, we salute Misty McCon, Varsity Cheerleader Captain and National Honor Society. Laura Cordery, National Honor Society and Volleyball Co-Captain. Allison Norwood, Varsity Cheerleader and National Honor Society. Sarah Dunn, 4-year class president and Bridgette's captain. Luanna Clark, Varsity Cheerleader Captain and Spanish National Honor Society. WTOV9 salutes all the students at Bridgeport High School.
And we return 21-6. Bridgeport, a leader over Barnsville at the half. At this time, we introduce the Barnsville Shamrock Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1996 Shamrock Marching Band.
take a break. Bridgeport 21, Barnsville 6. The Bulldog Band will enter stage left momentarily.
WTOV9's high school football game of the week, featuring Barnsville and Bridgeport, brought to you by Kroger Food and Drug, CA House Music, East End Garage, Belmont Savings Bank, and Belmont Harrison Career Center.
Belmont County Sheriff Tom McCourt wishes good luck to all the Barnsville Shamrocks and Bridgeport Bulldogs in tonight's game. Paid for by McCourt for Sheriff Committee, Pamela McCourt, Treasurer.
Bridgeport Band Boosters would like to wish the football team and band members success all season long. Let's go all the way. Go Bulldogs! Bridgeport Quaker State, supplying families and businesses with all their home heating needs. Good luck to all of the OVAC high schools.
Bill's Towing is Bridgeport and St. Clairsville's only AAA provider. We are a complete auto repair center. Bill's Towing, new location, 309 Hall Street, Bridgeport. Go Bulldogs!
Go online with WTOV 9. Learn more about your favorite News 9 personality. Check out the WTOV 9 High School Game of the Week schedule. Ask us questions. Tell us your thoughts about WTOV 9 and a whole lot more. Visit the WTOV 9 homepage today. Our address is www.ovnet.com/WTOV9.
WTOV9 presents Wheel of Fortune Live, Sunday, September 29th at the Capitol Music Hall. It's your chance to play, have some fun, and win some prizes, including the chance to audition for the Wheel of Fortune TV show in Hollywood. Don't miss the Wheel of Fortune Live show with your host, Bob Eubanks. We'll be picking contestants from the audience to play the Wheel of Fortune Live and more. Tickets are just $15.95 and $19.95. Call 1-800-624-5456 for your tickets today, or stop by the Capitol Music box office.
And for your entertainment, here is the Bridgeport High School Marching Band.
The Bridgettes perform to Crunch Time.
right, there you have it. We're ready for the second half kick. We'll be right back.
East End Garage in Barnsville has been owned and operated by the Gallagher family since 1948. Quality 5-star service backed by their impeccable reputation has kept them in business for 48 years, and they're still going strong. So for a great deal with no high-pressure sales on a new Chrysler, Plymouth, or Dodge, see the family that you've known and trusted for years. East End Garage in Barnsville, because reputation is everything.
Watch #1 News 9 live at 5, the Ohio Valley's only newscast at 5 p.m. with Jim Forbes, Kelly Townsend, and meteorologist Kevin Carter's exclusive forecast.
If you've been looking to buy your first home, trading up, or adapting to meet your changing needs, look for the Belmont Savings Bank sign and talk to the loan experts. We've been helping your neighbors finance their homes for over 100 years. Stop in today at any one of our 4 convenient locations. You'll be glad you did.
Belmont Savings Bank, we can share the dream.
The residents and staff of the Barnsville Healthcare Center would like to wish the Shamrocks good luck this football season.
Barnes Video Junction, your one-stop video and tanning shop. Catalog titles from 94 cents and 30 tanning sessions for 1 month for $30. Visit us today. Go Rocks.
WTOV 9 congratulates the Ohio Valley Athletic Conference as it begins its 53rd year of interscholastic competition. The OVAC has helped to stimulate and promote a lucrative program of competitive high school athletics in the Upper Ohio Valley. In fact, the OVAC is the largest and most functional high school conference of its kind in the United States. The Ohio Valley Athletic Conference promises to continue the promotion of all high school athletics. The OVAC, serving the youth of the Ohio Valley.
Bridgeport 21, Barnsville 6, as the captains congregate at the 50-yard line. Barnsville will have the football to open the second half as we go to the sidelines where Don Sloan is lurking about.
Well, fellows, these are the Bridgeport Bridgettes, and at halftime we saw them dance, and now they want to sing.
Nacho, Nacho Man! I want to be a Nacho Man! Nacho, Nacho Man! I want to be a Nacho Man!
I tell you, not only can they dance, but they can sure sing.
I questioned their repertoire, however. Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, 21-6.
Ted, this game could be a lot closer, George, had not Barnsville fumbled deep down in Bridgeport's territory right at the end of the first half, and had a real nice drive going, and Ryan Greer had some real nice runs in there, and then all of a sudden, bang, they fumble, and Bridgeport's able to run out the clock.
There are more of Sloan's fans have designed this piece of artwork.
I thought I saw him taping that up before the game.
Well, I can tell you this, you won't see it in the Smithsonian, in the art department. Here we go. Derek Doty boots it away, and somebody for Barnsville best be picking it up here.
There's a flag.
A flag way away from this.
I tell you, they got it out to about the 12 or 13-yard line, George. There's a flag. I think we're going to see either a hold or a clip, and that's going to put them back half the distance. So they're going to start this series on about their own 6-yard line.
Illegal block. You are not permitted on kick returns to block at the knee level, and apparently somebody did that. The ball eludes one of the Shamrocks, actually about 3 or 4 of them. Finally, it is flagged down by J.W. Palmer.
There was the block right to the right of the screen. We saw it there, and Well, I tell you, this really puts Barnsville back on about their own 6-yard line. They've got to be real careful here. They'll, so they don't fumble and give Bridgeport an opportunity to get a real quick score here at the beginning of the second half.
You saw Coach Dave Kovalik, a 1962 graduate of Bridgeport High School. And he told me before the ball game, in his honest observation of things, this could be one of the outstanding additions of Bridgeport football ever. Jim Fisher made the tackle, and not much running room on first down for the Rocks. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Greer, the ball carrier, trying to run over the left side and really didn't get too much room. Good job that time by Jim Fisher, defensive end.
Nick Meyer, the quarterback. This time it's Palmer, who has come in at one of the setbacks. I do not know where Travis Brown is at the present time, but Palmer is in
Travis
his place.
Brown had a real productive first half running from the fullback position for Barnsville. He had some real key runs in their touchdown drive, and then on the drive right before the half when they fumbled, he had some real key tough inside yards that he was able to gain.
And as those uniforms continue to dirty up in the mud here, it'll get increasingly difficult to figure out which Shamrock is which. Brown is back in, and Meyer is under some serious pressure, throws it away, and that'll bring up a 4th down, and Bridgeport will be in field position here to really make life miserable for Barnsville.
I tell you, Nick Meyer was fortunate enough to be able to get this away without taking a sack. Here it is right here. He's under a lot of pressure. You see number 77, that's Jim Fisher, coming in, putting a lot of pressure on Meyer. And I tell you, even he just throws the ball away, but really showed a real strong arm there, because he was almost being dragged down when he let that fly. Number 10 will be punting for Bridgeport. That's Craig Campbell, and he needs to get off a real boomer right here for Barnsville.
The ball hits and rolls. It's fielded by
Kesterson is snowed under.
Brian Kesterson fielded that at about the 45-yard line, got about a 5-yard return. Good coverage by the Barnsville special teams, and number 32 was down there real quick at Steve Harris.
If Don Sloan promises he won't do any singing, we'll bring him back. Hello, Don.
No singing, but I'm joined now by Dave Johnson, the athletic director. Tough night for Dave. His son, Matt, is the defensive coordinator at Bridgeport, and we'll talk to Dave in just 1 second.
1st and 10, Dogs at the Barnsville 41-yard line, and here's Widmore to the outside. Widmore will get about 6 or 7 yards.
Dave, tough night for you. Your Barnsville hat on, you're here, but your son's coaching for Bridgeport.
You just hope that it's a tough situation for me, it really is, but you just hope both teams play really well and have a good ball game. And they asked me at school who I was rooting for, and I said, I'm going to wait and see who wins, and then that's who I'm going to root for.
Well, Matt just took over as basketball coach at Bridgeport, and we wish him a lot of luck.
Motor, 1st down at about the 30. And look at the thighs, if you will, if we can get a close-up of the thighs. Now, those are legitimate hams. Wow. I'm telling you that those hams would feed an army. Gee, many crisps.
But I'll tell you, those black uniforms even make them look a little bit smaller, George, than what they are. If they're in their white uniforms, he's going to look huge.
He weighs 250. Widmore, good defense.
Dustin Wilson, inside linebacker, came right down the line, unblocked, was able to fill the hole real nice, keeping Widmore to a very short gain of about 1. Here it is on the replay. Blast play over the right side. Good blocking over there. And but right there, as we said, number 13, Dustin Wilson, does a nice job from his inside linebacker spot, able to make the tackle.
I think it's fair to say that Barnsville better make something happen on this defensive stand.
Real quick.
2nd and 9. There's a fake and a pass, and it's picked off.
And you called it. I tell you, needed something to happen real quick, and who does it? Mr.
Ryan Greer with the interception inside the 5-yard line. So Barnsville will be backed up, but that is better than watching Bridgeport go in. And the Bulldogs still haven't punted the football.
Here it is, a little play action inside, trying to hold the linebackers, and they're just flying down the right sideline with a fly pattern by their wide receiver.
That did not fool Greer at all.
No, it didn't. I'll tell you, and he played it just perfectly, too, George. That was intended for number 9, Brian Kesterson, the flanker, and Greer played it just perfect.
In fact, it goes as a touchback. He must have fallen into the end zone or been in the end zone, at which time his feet came down. So they bring it out to the 20, and that is a big-time reprieve for the Bulldogs, who were facing the executioner right there.
Here's a little down-the-line option by Barnsville. Number 8, Nick Meyer, coming down the line, sees a little crack and is able to bring it up for a gain of about 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Single back offense, double flankers both ways, or double flankers.
Quarterback draw. Good job. Meyer sold that and ran it ahead for the first down.
And number 77, that's Jim Fisher for Barnsville, had to make the tackle. Very, very well-designed play. They spread him out. Got double tight end, double flankers, a little trap block inside, very nicely done. Opens up a nice running lane there for Nick Meyer, and he's able to move it upfield for a first down outside their own 25-yard line at about the 27. So it'll be 30. It's on the 32.
32.
Yes.
First down, Barnsville. They come with a single set this time. That's Ryan Greer in behind Meyer. Greer gets the call.
I tell you, so far on back-to-back plays, they ran the same formation, the double flanker, double tight end formations, and they were able to soften the middle a little bit with that formation. And right here you can see a nice little opening, good inside block on the inside linebacker, seals him inside, and you see number 4, Whitmore, has to make the tackle after a gain of about 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Ball's on the ground again, and Bridgeport has it again.
What a shame. I tell you, they really had a nice drive going. It didn't look like they had a real clean exchange on the exchange between the center and the quarterback, and number 88, that's Jerry Moore, is able to recover it. We'll see exactly what happens here on the replay. Here it is right here, and doesn't get it real clean, and handoff. It looked like the dive back was expecting not to get the ball. It looked like he was running a fake because he closed over the ball after he went by it and didn't even receive it.
He should have taken it, Coach.
Yeah, sure should have.
1st and 10 at the 37. The pitch to Whitmore. And Whitmore for about 5. I think that Bridgeport does what almost every team covets, and that's get solid yardage on first down almost every single possession. A gain of 6 at the 30-yard line. Bridgeport leading 21-6. We're already
Palmer on the tackle that time.
Already midway through the 3rd quarter. Bridgeport working with a lead and working the clock.
Wow. Tell you, when he gets a start, when he gets past that first wave and gets to those linebackers and defensive backs, he really has a head of steam and is just like a steamroller in that secondary. He gives you nothing but shoulders and knees to hit, and look at this, how he drags these tacklers with him. It's just unbelievable.
He has the 250 pounds and a low center of gravity, and if he were a fatso type, that would be his problem.
Yeah.
But you could see his physique. That's somebody else's problem.
Yeah, he's really cut.
1st and 10 at the 23. They just pitch it back here to Whitmore.
Big block.
Whitmore turns the corner. Whitmore on the move. Whitmore score!
I tell you, great block by Piketty. And I don't know if we can pick up his block on on the replay, but just a big block that really sprung Whitmore into the secondary. And right there, they're signaling to the team out on the field, the offensive team, to go for 2.
A 23-yard
Here's the replay.
Run.
55 is Piketty. Okay, it's a quick pitch, and we're not going to see the block. But that's who he blocked, is the guy that was on his belly. And right here, Whitmore does a great job, gets some nice downfield blocking from his wide receiver. That's number 9, Kesterson, the flanker.
Here they are for the 2-point conversion. Option right, Roskovich keeps, falls into the end zone for 2. And that'll make it 29-6. And the thing that's amazing about Whitmore is, and you saw it all on that last run, he goes over, through, and around people.
He can run with power. You know, he can change directions very, very well. You know, he still has those nimble feet that he had when he was a sophomore.
We'll be back right after these messages. Bulldogs in charge, 29-6.
Rob Birch's mother, Yerta, came to America as a young girl to build a new future. His dad, Robert Birch Sr., enlisted days after Pearl Harbor and served our nation his entire career. Rob Birch's values are our values: family, education, and for 12 years a state senator fighting to protect senior citizens and to cut taxes for working people. Newt Gingrich doesn't want Rob Birch in Congress next year. Sorry, Newt. We want a congressman who will fight for us for a change.
Want to know a little secret about education? It'll improve your sex life. I'm serious. Take literature. Telling a girl she walks in beauty like the night is going to go over much better than, hey, baby. Or vocabulary. You can't be clueless if words like bustier or liaison come up. Plus, an education makes you smart, and smart is sexy. I mean, what girl ever said, ooh, who's that dumb guy over there?
Considering a career in personal services, mechanics, or agriculture, consider the Belmont and Harrison Career Centers. Learn cosmetology, business, technical, dental assisting, or carpentry. These opportunities await high school students at BHCC. The Belmont and Harrison Career Center salute the players, cheerleaders, band members, and coaches who all helped to make tonight's game great. Call BHCC today at 695-9130 or 942-2148.
And welcome back to Perkins Field. 6:10 to go in the third quarter. 29-6 Bridgeport. The Browns may have left Cleveland, but I think there's a dog pound right here at Perkins Field. Look at this guy. Yeah! Woo! Got the official mask, the hard hat. They're all ready to go, all painted up and ready for their dogs.
And the bite is back in Bridgeport. They lead 29-6. So those were some jowls on that character. And Barnsville has 6:07 of the third quarter in which to operate to try to overcome a big deficit now. Jeff Jeffries on the return for the Rocks. And they're on the Rocks right now.
Got some pretty good field position, though, George. They're on about their own 36-yard line, so they have a little room to operate here. And you know, they're just self-destructing. Two fumbles.
Absolutely.
You know,
this is deceiving.
Right?
They go in at the end of the first half. You've got a 6-7 point ball game. They don't turn it over the last time. They may be driving in right there for the tying score, but that's all part of this. You can't make those kinds of mistakes. Not against this team.
Okay, if you're going to run those misdirection, slow developing plays, you better be blocking those two inside linebackers because they're coming.
Boder administered the mugging, and we'll see who the victim was.
He comes right there through the guard center gap, and he doesn't take the fake, and boom, there he is. He comes clean.
That's
and,
Greer, who's
Greer.
had a good night, but he didn't enjoy that particular carry at all. Second down and 13 after a loss of 3. Ball back at the Shamrock 33-yard line. There's the same counter action. Meyer is buried, and now the Bulldogs are really attacking with some ferocity here, and that is our check for a sack program. For each sack recorded by either team, Kroger donates $50 to the OVAC. These are two teams that are not going to pass much and are not going to get sacked much, and we'll see who administered the coup de grace.
That was number 3, Omar Foston, and again coming from that inside linebacker position, they're trying to fake that little counter delay play to Greer, and just too long to develop, and
is this
penetration.
Team peculiar or what? They feature 250-pound running backs and 150-pound defensive tackles, and that tackle is made well short of what is needed by none other than Omar Foston.
You know, I've been calling him a linebacker, but he's a down tackle. He plays as a defensive tackle, probably one of the smallest defensive tackles in the Ohio Valley. Not very big.
5'6",
155.
And 155 pounds.
But quick, very quick.
But this is so strange. you've got a puny but very effective defensive tackle, and you've got gorillas in the backfield, and Barnsville will punt.
Well, I tell you, one of their running backs, Ron Baker, is the other defensive tackle.
Yes, and he checks in at about 170 pounds at 5'7".
Nice kick.
Whatever they're doing, it's working, my friends. Kesterson does a lot of running laterally, but can't get upfield as the pursuit of the Barnsville Shamrocks is down there. And Zach Clift made the tackle.
Nice coverage by that punting team from Barnsville. Down there in nice shape. Stayed in their lanes, did a good job. And Don, back down to you. What do you got?
Well, Coach, we just saw the dogs down into the field. Well, these Bridgeport fans are crazy. They love their dogs. You heard about Blitzburg, the Steelers? Well, they've got Blitzport, the sack attack. Great shirts out there. Blitzport.
Well, Don was breaking up a little bit there. What I can tell you is that Bridgeport has now outscored its opponents. I'm going to have to do a little math here. Give me a second to do that as you see Whitmore trying to get by but cannot.
Number 13, Dustin Wilson, inside linebacker on that little inside belly play. They fake to the fullback and then give to the second back through, and did a good job of covering it. Dustin Wilson from his inside linebacker position on the belly. Right there he is. He does a good job of making a nice open field tackle.
Indeed he did. Bridgeport has now outscored its opponents in 4 3/4 ball games, 222 to 6. Now, granted, they haven't gotten into the real meat of the schedule yet, which includes some pretty fine clubs. Union Local. Well, this is a good club here, obviously, Barnsville. This is not lunch meat here that they're having their way with, but Union Local would figure to be a huge obstacle, and Lindsley later on would figure to be a massive one. But certainly anything that Bridgeport does wouldn't shock people.
Got about a 3rd and 4 to go here, George, and let's see if they can convert.
Whitmore,
they have converted.
Another first down. Just for kicks. I want to see if their punting unit can function.
Here it is, a blast play over the right side. He bounces it outside. Good block by Boder, and good block also by the tight end leading out there, Jerry Moore. Gives them a little bit of running room to get that first down.
If this game ended right now and we still have a quarter to go plus, their average margin of victory in the first half of this season would be 46-1. Of course, the dreaded extra point that the opposing teams are able to muster up here. We have Whitmore, and Whitmore a yard or two. Good defensive effort again by Steve Harris.
He's had a good game here defensively. He's done a real nice job, and that time a little misdirection again. Fake to the fullback over the right side and trying to get an outside trap for Widmore on the outside, but good defensive reaction by that Barnsville defensive group. Holds it to a no gain, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Widmore comes out, and number 40 is in. That's Ron Baker.
Oh, okay.
Boder. And here's what happens. You can see right there is the linemen get the initial surge, and then he pushes them and the defensive players about 3 or 4 additional yards. There's no way to stop this if the offensive linemen can even get it going that way. Look what happens.
Yeah, they get a good push. You can see number 77 there. That's Jim Fisher, the right guard, doing a great job of blocking and getting his man moving backwards. And then Baker leads up into that hole.
What a bulldoze job that is when they get this thing. I'll tell you what, here comes Widmore again, and he disregards a couple of tacklers and then steps out of bounds. Good for a first down.
Again, a great block by Mike Piketty, pulling on that quick flip to the outside. And there he is right there. You can see him. Here he comes on number 33. Good block. And it doesn't have to be a real crushing block when you have Widmore.
Right, Coach. Very good observation. The thing is all you have to do is deflect or bother the defensive player, and once that player is even slightly off balance, Widmore is just not going to be brought down.
That's right.
Hand off the Boder up inside.
This is an extremely efficient offense when you are ahead, and now we're getting a couple 3 or 4 penalty markers.
It was raining flags.
A look there at Omar Foston, who's done the job defensively, but if and when Bridgeport loses this year, it will be by somebody who gets the lead, and it will be on a night when Bridgeport is dropping the football on the ground. That's what it'll take to beat this team. They are going to have to make some mistakes, and it can happen. If they fumble here, fumble there, just as Barnsville has been guilty of that sort of thing here this evening. And also, it's going to have to be on a night when the other club gets the lead, and then we see what Bridgeport does in trying to play from behind, because when they get on top of you, then they just start doing this. And now Barnsville is getting a little frustrated. There's a personal foul call.
It's a 15-yard penalty, personal foul. It's a dead ball foul. It was after the play. So Bridgeport will have it 1st and 10 right outside the 15-yard line. And we've almost come to the end of this. Well, no, we still got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left.
That's 24 seconds on the...
Oh, that's right. You're right, George.
We got that
right.
funky...
those tenths of a second that are going off there. Right
yeah,
now.
you were right. So here we go. 1st and 10 Bridgeport. You just saw a picture of Dave Kovalik over there, who is one of the finest gentlemen I know in the coaching fraternity. This is Baker. Baker to the 10-yard line. He has about 6 on this play, and time will run out in the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3 in Brookside, it is Bridgeport 29, Barnsville 6. Beware of the dog.
Whether it's piano, organ, guitar, drum, or clarinet, CA House Music has the sounds you want to hear. CA House has all the brands you trust: Steinway, Kimball, Lowry, Yamaha, Peavey, Fender, Selmer, Ibanez, and Gibson. CA House means quality and guaranteed lowest prices. So whether it's piano, organ, guitar, drum, or clarinet, come hear your music at CA House.
Watch #1 News 9 live at 5, the Ohio Valley's only newscast at 5 p.m. with Jim Forbes, Kelly Townsend, and meteorologist Kevin Carter's exclusive forecast.
WTOV9 recognizes outstanding students at Barnsville High School. This week we salute Tim Miller, cross-country captain and National Honor Society president; Lori Miller, varsity track and varsity volleyball; Ryan Greer, varsity football and varsity track; Leah Stephen, varsity track and varsity cross country; and Travis Brown, varsity football and varsity track. WTOV9 salutes all the students at Barnsville High School.
For skilled nursing and rehabilitation therapy in your own home, call the Barnsville Hospital Home Health Agency, quality home care since 1969. Star Oil Company, your Marathon oil distributor, supplying gas, diesel, bulk, and home heating oils. Whether you're a home, business, or farm owner, see Star Oil for all your oil needs.
Go online with WTOV 9. Learn more about your favorite News 9 personality. Check out the WTOV 9 High School Game of the Week schedule. Ask us questions. Tell us your thoughts about WTOV 9 and a whole lot more. Visit the WTOV 9 homepage today. Our address is www.ovnet.com/WTOV9.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter at Perkins Field, 29-6. It's Bridgeport with the lead. Now the Barnsville Shamrock cheerleaders went to a lot of work. And George, they've got a poster, a George Kellis poster for you. I don't know where they dug up this photograph, but it's George Kellis. It looks like his senior year in high school. This is the real Kellis crazy.
George.
Oh, man. I don't even want to get into the year, but obviously one of my high school classmates, they had to really dust off some old books to find that. Yeah, that's what I looked like back before cosmetic alterations. We have 12 minutes of football remaining here, and Bridgeport has that big log, and they're battering away at the door again, leading 29-6.
Hand off to Boder.
Wow, I tell you, great play that time by number 60. Josh Lusk came down from the outside. They were in a single back offense, so you knew Boder was going to get the ball. You just didn't know where, so they ran a little dive play off the left side, and Josh Lusk, number 60, closed very, very quickly and held it to a real short game.
Shamrock 9-yard line.
Glance through here, see if I can find a Bulldog schedule, just to see what lies ahead on the menu for these chaps. They lead 29-6, and we're looking at 3rd down and 2 right here for Bridgeport. Widmore,
see you later.
Touchdown, Dogs.
Another flag.
Penalty marker, however.
This is after the play. This got to be a dead ball foul, I would imagine. See what the referee signals. Dead ball. Personal foul.
Bridgeport. Touchdown counts. So this is a dead ball after the play, as the coach said. That looked too easy.
Well, I tell you, George, that was a power play designed to come off tackle. There was nothing there, and Widmore just used his good speed and bounced it to the outside and was able to outrun that Barnsville secondary for the score.
He is averaging 4 touchdowns a game. And he's putting 20-some-odd points on the board per game by himself. And it's 35-6.
Bazzani still will attempt the extra point.